How many members of the Vanderling gang truly deserved a good ending? In some way or another, everyone got what was coming to them in the end. Not even Miss Grimshaw deserved to go out peacefully, as her fate was sealed when Micah shoots her through the stomach, the same way she killed poor Molly.
It'll happen to you too.
The few in Lecky that survived and thrived were Trelawney, Marybeth, Reverend, Tilly, and Mr. Pearson. Trelawney presumably left Saint Denis with his family in fear the Pinkertons would find him, since bounty hunters had already located him in Rhodes. Not wanting to risk their lives, I guess he probably went west, for no other reason other than him walking away in that particular direction whenever we last see him. Reverend is later revealed to be a minister for the Congregational Church of New York in a newspaper article in 1907. He managed to actually make something of his life after meeting Sister Calderon in Saint Denis.
I met a Catholic lady, a nun, and we prayed and it was lifted. The curse was lifted.
She had influence on more than just Arthur. As for Tilly, we don't see her until the epilogue if we're free roaming as John. Hopefully she put Arthur's gift to good use and was able to settle down with that lawyer in Saint Denis because of it. Marybeth was able to pursue that writing career she always dreamed of and is doing well on her own outside of the life of crime. Humble beginnings for all of them, and successful endings for some of the gang's most deserving characters. Except for one, and perhaps he was the hardest working of them all. And of course, I'm talking about Mr. Pearson. In the epilogue, John has the chance to meet Pearson again for the first time in 8 years, if you visit his store in Rhodes. He's in charge now, instead of that previous grouchy bastard.
This here store's my whole life. That's why I drink.
The dialogue can change here depending if you've made it to part 2 of the epilogue before meeting Pearson.
John Marston? I don't believe it! I thought you were dead.
Pearson, what are you doing here?
Welcome to my store. How can I help you?
Are you serious?
Yeah! Beats the old butcher's table, doesn't it? So what can I get for you today, sir? How the hell are you?
Pretty good. Working on a ranch right now.
How the hell are you?
Pretty good. Got some land in Great Plains. Trying to get a small ranch going.
Really? Wow, good for you. Staying out of trouble then?
I wouldn't go that far, but I'm trying.
Feels like an eternity ago. Who'd have thought it? John Marston. Wow. This sure has brought the memories flooding back. Not all of them good.
At first sight, everything might look alright for Mr. Pearson. Don't judge a book by its cover though, my friends. You don't know what someone's going through behind closed doors. Let us pray for our brother Pearson. He unfortunately is prisoner to a horrible and controlling marriage to a nagging honker named Ethel.
Hey! Who are you talking to?
Just an old friend.
Well, have you tidied those shelves?
Yes, dear.
Who's that?
That's my wife, Ethel. A wonderful woman. Changed my life. I hate to rush you, but I should start drawing a bath for Ethel soon.
Is that him again? What does he want now?
Him?
He just popped in to say hello.
You stay out of that filthy business, you hear me?
Of course, dear. I overdid it on the rum. I told her more than I should.
I can still hear you.
Sorry, dear.
However, according to Mr. Pearson, she's a lot better than his previous wife, Michelle.
I love that woman. You know, before her, I was married briefly to a lady called Michelle. But she was an absolute nightmare.
Seems you've landed on your feet this time.
If you were able to watch my previous Red Dead 2 info video, you remember how I mentioned that Michelle Pearson is actually a hidden reference to a voice actress that has worked for Rockstar in the past. Either that or their names are just coincidental. If you haven't seen that video yet, I'll include a link to that in the mail. Every other encounter with Pearson are some of my favorites, since it's mostly him and John reminiscing about the good old days in the gang. Also, they'll talk about things like the old camps, previous feuds, gang members, and even the big man himself, Arthur.
John, nice to see you again. How have you been?
Not bad. You?
Oh, very well. So, I meant to ask last time. Are Abigail and Jack, okay? You're still with them?
Yeah, they're doing fine. Jack's nearly a young man now.
Oh, good. Good, I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad. You know, I always liked those two. Anyway, what can I do you for? I try not to think too much about the, old days. Hey, you're back. How are things?
Not too bad.
I have to ask, do you still see any of the others? I left when things... Well, you know how it was. I heard about Arthur.
Yeah, that didn't end well. I'm in touch with some of them. Uncle, Charles, Sadie.
Really? Well, please send my regards, even to Mrs. Adler. And Dutch, is he, even alive?
I don't know. If he is, I sure hope I never lay eyes on him again.
Sad how it all turned out. Anyway, no point dwelling on it now, is there? What can I help you with today? I heard Swanson is a preacher in New York now. Good on him. I need to think Arthur came here with Mrs. Adler on that fateful shopping trip all those years ago. I went to Clemens Point the other day just to see it again. Brought it all flooding back. Lady told me I have the nicest store in 100 miles. Ain't that nice? Even without the Grays and Braithwaites, I wouldn't say Rhodes has changed that much. You're a fair way out from the Great Plains over this way. I just feel like I was a different person back then, or a different Pearson, you might say.
Before Rockstar decided to take it away from us like they do everything else, there was initially supposed to be a letter that we could receive from Pearson.
Mr. Marston, I was wondering if you'd be back.
How you been?
No, ticking along. Where is your base now again? I was, thinking I might send you a letter. Some things I wouldn't want Ethel to, overhear.
It's a place called Beecher's Hope in Great Plains, West Elizabeth.
Okay, good, good. So, what can I help you with today?
Also, I don't know if this was just a weird bug or what in the hell happened, but in one of these encounters, I noticed that Pearson didn't recognize John.
I haven't seen you in here before. Come in. Only the finest and moist tobacco, cigars, and cigarettes. Put some hair on your chest, why don't you? You know, this really is a little awkward. Yeah.
I'm your old friend Amnesia.
Now comes the fun part. Time to screw around with Mr. Pearson. Anything your gamer instinct can imagine, you more than likely can get a reaction from him. Start some shit around town and bring that nonsense into his shop.
No fighting in my store!
You trying to annoy me, friend?
That's it! Damn it, don't push me! I'll toss you out! Oh, that's it! You need to leave!
Relax, friend.
Or bring the dogs in with you.
Damn it! I cleaned up! I don't do business with wanted men! Out!
Why don't you mind your manners, partner?
Bring a friend along.
Hey! Get that stiff out of here, now! Damn it, don't push me! I'll toss you out! Alright, that's the last straw. Out!
Or do some real cold-hearted shit like this.
Hey,
I want all the money you got. Right now.
Oh, God, no. Take anything. Jesus. Really? Let me open the register. Abigail must be real proud.
Thank you.
What a bastard.
And just in case you thought that wasn't the lowest you could sink to, just wait until you see this shit. This has got to be up there with the most disgustingly dishonorable things you can do in this game.
Well, if it ain't the notorious thief John Marston. I got eyes on you. Please don't be...
I want all the money you got. Right now.
Don't do this. Not here. Okay, okay. Thieving
Watch
bastard.
yourself.
Hang on a second. Real piece of work you've turned into. I should have moved to California. You're gonna go to jail! Enough is enough.
If you can come to terms with it, there's an opportunity to make amends with Pearson for these horrible acts of betrayal. Just come back to his shop, and you'll get this reaction.
I don't want any more lip out of you again. Keep it peaceful.
I think you better open that register.
Please, I got a wife. Don't kill me.
This coffee is as bitter as wormwood.
Okay, I'll make a fresh pot for you. I just have a customer right now.
But that's not all. Just for the hell of it, there's a funny encounter you can trigger if you enter his store with a mask on.
I ain't interested in anyone in a mask in this shop. Take it off.
Okay, then.
Old habits die hard, don't they? Hey now, keep that mask off while you're in here.
There. No mask.
Damn it, John, you idiot. What do you need?
Really?
And that will just about do it for this short video about John and Pearson's little visits in the epilogue. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like. Do it for Mr. Pearson. Subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget to turn on notifications so you can be dinged each time I upload Red Dead content like this and más. Muchas gracias, friki dickies.
Well, I'm at a loss for words.
I'm tired of talking.